now, the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of Aaron's Hour, coming to you from the WWDB TV studios in the heart of Las Vegas. That's right. 100 degrees yesterday, 90-something today, but 85 by Monday. I don't get it. Woo. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you very much, whether it's our page or the WWDB TV Las Vegas page. That's a new page now. You got to add Las Vegas in there. Same channels on YouTube. And, of course, in about 3 days or so-ish or so or thereabouts, you can then check us out on the WWDB TV channel on Roku. And then not only will we be able to watch all my shows and all the shows and all the plethora of options that you will have, but, and we'll get more deeper into this in a little later, there's a new show that my friend Mystic Mona and her company has just started. It is up and available, called 3.
Yes.
And we'll learn more about that as the day progresses. How are you?
Sounds fantastic.
Yes.
It's so good to see
So
you
good to
again.
see you
I miss you so when I don't get
know.
to see you very often.
I know.
Because, you're a keeper, man.
Well, we're going to have to keep each other together distantly.
He needs a keeper.
I said, yeah. Eileen is like, please give me another keeper. Because, listen, we have a distinction. Usually the deodorant will help.
Is
with
this
that,
a
but
certain number episode?
No. Well, you know what? I've never counted the number of episodes I've done. I just know that it's a lot. Hi, Jennifer.
We
I
have
don't know
a
why.
plethora
And
of
Mona.
episodes.
She says hello to both. Yeah, we have let's say
Hi, Jennifer.
let's just say there's more than one.
Oh.
Next Saturday
Yes.
is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it is.
But it'll be memorable for a couple of reasons. Number one, I have tickets to give away for a show that day, by the way.
Woohoo.
Called Platforms and Bell Bottoms. We'll talk about that in a moment. But it's my last show,
Oh,
live here in studio.
yeah.
I'll be on hiatus. So I am coming back. I'm not doing this anymore. As I move to Virginia Beach, my wife is retiring from the school district.
It is so beautiful there.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Norfolk, so she's real close.
Yeah.
Our other daughter lives in northern Jersey. She works on Broadway. She's one of the sound engineers for the revival of Cabaret, which, by the way, nominated for 9 Tony Awards, including Sound.
Oh, my.
How's that for how do you do? Huh?
Yeah, howdy do.
How do you do? Any way I do is do. So next Saturday will be my last show. I'm targeting July 11th to get back on the air.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing it from my new studio in my house.
Wow.
All through here, I'll just be linking in like all the guests usually do.
Nice.
And there'll be some exciting things coming down the pike when I get out there. And I'm interested to see if we find out what the cards say about them or not.
Well, we get to do a full
I'm going
spread
full
of cards for you today.
I'm not doing the full Monty. This is full cards.
I
Full
love
spread
that
cards.
movie.
Wasn't that funny?
I loved that the last song was by Tom Jones. You can leave your hat on. I love that movie. And when they're standing in the post office,
Oh yes.
and the Hot Stuff song comes on, and they start kind of doing the dance moves and while waiting. No, I think it's in the unemployment line that they're standing in.
Yes,
And
yes.
and then they start doing the dance moves while they're waiting in line because that song comes over the music. I think that's hysterical.
Listen, that was a great show at that time with these guys who, like you said, lost their job, unemployment.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Saying the word full Monty became part of our vernacular in a lot of different ways.
It's probably in the
So,
dictionary now.
It probably is. I hope.
Just like going commando is probably in the dictionary.
Yeah, so for some reason, this word commando scares me more than full Monty. I mean, it's the same thing. I get that. But commando I love Mona so much, I won't be any more descriptive.
Well, okay,
than that.
but no, there's a difference between full Monty and commando. See,
yes.
full Monty is where you actually see,
Everything.
the beans and weenies. But it's
Franken beans.
but commando is when you don't wear any underwear.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I never understood the fun with that when you
well.
unless you wear black pants, then if anything happens.
Well, you've obviously never been a commando during the war.
No, obviously not.
But okay, or the other thing too is that there are some people that, depending on the length of their skirt, should never go commando.
They call them skirts now. Did you notice that?
Yes.
What if you're from
Skirt,
Ireland? You wear
dress,
a kilt? Is that
kilt,
like a double
yes,
entendre there?
Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Watch your skirt under your kilt.
That's right.
At least there's no zippers to worry about in killed. But anyway, not that I would know. I've never worn one. I'm just.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
No, you're.
Okay.
Listen.
So
Listen. Everybody out there, you know my shows can go off the rails with any of my guests.
We're about to do that.
But Mona and I, and then did you hear the words I just said, John? Go off the rails. But Mona and I have had having Mona on my show here is the biggest pleasure in the world for a lot of reasons. But we go off the rails on so many topics that we just have fun laughing at the topics and things we talk about, right?
Right.
I think last time we started talking about songs. I didn't know how. Favorite songs from ours. We just go off. So, folks, buckle your seatbelts because we don't know where we're driving.
It's
and
going to be a bumpy ride.
Keep your hands in until the ride comes to a complete stop. Anyway, go ahead. Your
okay,
thoughts.
so the Scottish guy had a particularly fabulous day.
Okay.
And he went to a pub and was a bit overserved. And found himself basically passed out in the bar. Well, there was a woman curious to see what was worn under the kilt. And so she very, very quietly sidled up to the fella and very discreetly lifted the kilt, smiled really big, came back, and then tied a ribbon around his, you know what.
Okay.
So the next morning, our guy wakes up.
His swizzle stick since he's in a bar.
Yeah, right. So his swizzle stick, exactly. But he only had one.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's all you need, isn't
right.
it?
Well, yeah. You said swizzle stick. Sometimes you get served more than one beverage. So anyway, so he's passed out in the bar. He wakes up the next morning, and he goes, "Oh my God, what happened to me?" And the bartender goes, "I don't know, but I think you won first prize."
Oh my goodness. Get ready, folks. It's going to be a banger of a show today. With that, you know what time it is, John?
I give up.
It's time for, what do I do? Vegas and Rap 2.0. Here we go.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
Mona's joke has me laughing during that whole intro. Like thinking about, anyway, I should be thinking about it. It's such a bad thing.
You know what it reminded me of?
Oh, I'm afraid. Hey, by the way, but before I start our news on Vegas Rap 2.0, if you would like at least a pair of tickets to Bell Bottoms and Platforms, this is Saturday, May 25th, 4 p.m. Nice and early in the day. You can still go ahead and do your afternoon stuff.
Start drinking early.
Absolutely, you can. Platforms and Bell Bottoms. My dear friends Tracy and Matt, they are the purveyors of that show.
Awesome.
4 p.m., 70s music theme show, Fleetwood Mac, Heart, ABBA, you name it, at the Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel. That's down on Sahara, right before the Boulevard as you get off of 15. I think it's 300 East Sahara. If you would like a pair of tickets right now, 702-992-3207. First caller, you don't have to ask a question. You don't have to tell a bad joke. You don't have to do anything. Just say you want the tickets. But
that was my job.
No, that's well, I don't do a good job in
You
Kiwanis
should be
Connects.
here on Friday morning.
That's very true. I was just thinking that. But it is a 100% must-attend event. If you can't go, give them away to somebody that will definitely be there. But call now, 702-992-3207. 2 tickets, gotcha. You want 4 tickets? Take some friends. Whatever number of tickets you want.
Wow.
Call right now. First caller as we start talking about stories. All right, here we go. First story. You know, one of the things I love talking about is winnings.
Oh, we love winners.
Yes, but you know what I love even more is when people win, but they're not in Vegas.
What?
Believe it or not, people win anywhere in the world.
I know.
There's lottery tickets and stuff.
Okay, so I travel out of state to get my lottery
Do you?
tickets because there's no lottery in Las Vegas.
No, and there should be.
Which is very annoying.
Yes, especially to the educational part of the budget.
Don't get me started on F1.
Oh, no, we pick F1 apart a
or
lot.
Or the new stadium.
The baseball stadium? Yeah. I would, you know what? We should do a reading on how successful the A's will be here in Las Vegas.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah.
So grocery shopping.
I'd rather have the Padres.
If
I could choose a team, I'd rather have the Padres.
Well, listen.
I remember Steve Garvey.
Yeah.
He was cute.
He played for the Dodgers also.
Yeah, but you know. Winfield.
Who became a Yankee, by the way.
Right. See?
Okay.
See,
So
he's got his
I got
baseball
my stripes
stuff on.
on.
Yeah.
But I
so-
got my Aaron's Hour show.
Yeah.
And I got my little badge over here.
That is so cool. All
I'll tell you how I do this.
right. All right.
An 82-year-old man, after grocery shopping,
Oh, bless
Right?
his heart.
bless his heart is right, $20 ticket he purchased. You want to guess how much he won? Well, you saw the headline. So he won
What?
dun, 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 $2 million.
On a $20 ticket.
$20 ticket. That's
you know
right.
what? Good for him.
A routine grocery shopping trip certainly paid off for one. Ingham County man in Michigan, Hugh Leach, 82, bought the winning $20 million Diamonds and Gold instant game ticket to win $2 million. He buys a $20 ticket every 2 weeks. When I finished grocery shopping that day, I stopped at the lottery machine, purchased a ticket on my way out. When I got home and finished unloading the groceries, I decided to scratch off the tickets. At least he waited till after the groceries got in.
Yeah, so the ice cream wouldn't melt.
When he saw he matched the O2 for a $2 million prize, I thought, wait a minute, this can't be right. I looked at the ticket over a few more times and then said to my wife, I think we just won $2 million. So good for him, 82. When you're that age, John, since you're almost 82, if you won $2 million, you would probably take the lump sum, wouldn't you? Not
Oh,
spread it
hell
out.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. What's the taxation on
And
$2
I don't
million?
know,
28%?
See the follow up to that story?
I did not.
Oh, he's recovering in ICU. He had a heart attack.
Okay,
That's-
so I think the tax
That's
burden
terrible.
to get the payout on
Yeah.
$2 million,
It's a
would
rate of
be-
28%, isn't it?
right? It would probably be just under $1 million that he would get cash.
Oh, well.
Yeah, for a guy who's 82.
Saying.
All right, come on now.
Yeah. That,
Anyway,
you
so
know,
congrats.
He could hire a beautiful lady and a handsome gent to come every day and massage he and his wife's feet.
Hookers and blow.
You see, I love Mona so much. I have so much respect for this lady that the thoughts in my head, I'm having trouble keeping them in.
I'm
Remember-
setting you up. I'm teeing
No, I
you
know,
up.
but
there's
you're-
the tee. There's the golf ball.
I know,
Here's the
but-
club.
But sometimes I slice and I hook, and I just,
I like we stay in the same, metaphor.
okay.
Okay.
You asked for it.
All right,
Moving
babe.
forward.
That's all you, babe.
Man, here's another man winning another $2 million, placing a $5 side bet recently here in Vegas. This happened
Let it ride?
a couple hours ago. A Connecticut man spent $5 making a side bet. Let's see. Joseph Nardello made the win through the Millionaire Progressive, which allows customers to place a $5 side bet playing table games at the Venetian.
Oh.
Nardello was playing the three card.
Oh, 3-card poker?
And
he got-
three. I thought what a coinky dink.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
3-card poker on
Yes.
May 10th. There, by the way, John, May 10th was Ricky's passing, by the way. How ironic that
really?
date is. Yeah,
Wow.
3 years. When he was dealt a spade royal flush, unlocking the mega tier, the Millionaire Progressive. From there, Nardello made a $5 side bet, allowing him to win the mega tier and rake in $1,904,062 buckaroonies.
Now, did anyone else betting that $5 bet get the envy reward? Because sometimes there's an envy reward, like $100 or $1,000 for each
this
person.
story was only about the $2 million winner.
Okay, well, good for him.
Good for him.
You know what? We love
Hey,
winners.
listen, and the best. Well, this guy was here in Vegas, but I love the stories from out of state when people are winning a lottery and
And then they come here and gamble.
well, yeah. Thank you for
Contribute
helping our
to
economy, by the way.
Yeah,
EDC Electric Daisy Carnival started this weekend.
yeah. Good thing we're not anywhere near the
Oh,
racetrack.
Gosh, no.
Holy moly!
I've done events at some of the casinos for wrestling and stuff.
Yeah,
That the weekend of
Yeah.
EDCs. Number one, they're packed.
yeah.
But
Whole place
folks-
is sold out.
Folks, the dress code for EDC
Is very, very lax.
loose. Yes, if you can wear a shoestring, you're allowed in.
I've seen that.
I know
Okay, so
I've also seen a lot of guys break their necks.
so I had to run an errand, and I was dashing through Resorts
snow?
World. No,
Oh, sorry.
Resorts World yesterday,
Yes.
and there was a woman of considerable size
Oh,
wearing and bless her heart,
Yes.
very curvy.
Okay.
Very curvy,
plus size.
very curvy. And she was wearing a crocheted
Oh no.
2-piece bathing suit that really left nothing
To the
to
imagination.
the imagination.
Did you get pictures?
No, because I no.
If she went swimming in that, would
'Cause
the material shrink?
I don't know, but you can't unsee it.
You want something sharp?
Just no, but I was, it's one thing to see exactly that by the pool that you'd expect, but she was all in her proud self, just
Well, listen,
walking on down.
there is something to be
In
said.
Walmart?
No, this was at Resorts World.
Oh, gee.
It wasn't even a red crocheted
What color was it?
two-piece.
What color
It was this color green.
Well, maybe she
we can't
wanted it
see
to disappear. Yeah, right. It's this color.
Okay.
Wait a
Oh,
minute. This-
This
She
color.
was on the show last week.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that disappeared
Lucy.
where those.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
Lucy May. Yes.
Yeah,
that's-
okay. It
and-
wasn't her. No.
No, she.
We're
no,
not
no.
naming names.
She's on the other side of what did you say? Curvy.
Yeah.
I love Lucy, and I love Lucy. What a great name for a TV show.
Yeah, that would be a great name for a
But
TV
she
show.
is so petite.
Bless her heart.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think she hid behind the microphone. I wasn't sure. But no, I love you, Lucy. I'll
She
see you on the
tur-
27th. by the
She
way.
turned sideways and
Oh my
disappeared.
gosh.
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, 702-992-3207. Come on, I got free tickets to see your show Memorial Day weekend at
Woo!
4 p.m. at Ahern. Come on.
Yay.
Call. They're free. All right.
Yeah.
So, I was talking about EDC.
Yeah.
It started yesterday, today, tomorrow. Everything starts at 10 a.m. But if you're going to take a taxi out there,
Uh-oh.
the taxi authority advised that there will be a $40 per trip fee on every trip ending at the Speedway. Additionally, there will be a $60 per trip fee on every trip that starts at the Speedway. Why is it cheaper to come back into the Strip than it is to go out there?
Well, because you have to fight the traffic
Oh,
to
that's true.
pick someone up
That's true. That's
there. So they don't
Beware
get,
of surcharges.
yeah, but they don't get paid to get there.
Wait, that's over and above?
Yeah.
Surcharge.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
so in other words, just for them to show up, it's automatically $60,
That's right.
right?
The mirage will no longer be visible, so it will be nothing more than a mirage in the desert. We've heard this report when the volcano was shut down
It's
a
so
year or so
sad.
ago. A lot of history there. Will be be shut down officially July 17th.
Well, you know what's
Of
so
this year.
amazing about the Mirage
Mhm.
is that, Steve Wynn,
Yes.
first he owned the Golden Nugget
Yep.
and then he built the Mirage.
Mhm.
All right. And basically that was the precursor to Bellagio,
Right.
right? So then he
Mhm.
built Bellagio, and that was the precursor to Wynn and Encore.
Okay. So he's
And
really
and then,
gone down
and
the
then
road.
his reputation went in the crap.
Yep. Well,
Bless his heart.
it'll be the new Hard Rock Casino over there.
Yes.
And if, listen, you can simply go to Las Vegas Review Journal, type in the Mirage, because there's a lot of detail in here that I'm not going to take the time
No,
to
but you got to
read.
talk about the structure they're going to build where the volcano is going to be.
Oh, is that in here? You start talking about it. Let's see if
Okay,
I can find that
so,
in here.
So they are going to build the most remarkable tower that's going to be shaped like a guitar.
Oh, okay.
Where the volcano
right
is
up
right
front?
now, but they need to close the whole resort in order to do it.
Wow.
So, and it's kind of crazy. So,
Let's
yeah.
see. I don't.
And the Hard Rock closed
Yes.
in Lake Tahoe.
Oh,
So it's
I
not
didn't
a hard
realize that.
talk. It's not hard talk.
Welcome to
it's-
Hard Talk
yeah.
Radio.
It's not a Hard Rock anymore in
Gotcha.
Lake Tahoe. It's a Golden Nugget.
Oh, okay.
So now there's the Golden Nugget Lake Tahoe.
Gotcha.
So Caesars changed to Bally's in Lake Tahoe, and now Hard Rock has changed to Golden Nugget in Lake Tahoe, and Harrah's and Harvey's Lake Tahoe are still there.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
Can't tell the players without a program.
that's right. You're not kidding. So here is the tower is going to be a 660-foot tall, all-suite tower
Yes.
with a podium below it. I'm not sure what that means within building. John would probably know that.
What's up? Yeah.
It's received planning approval from the Clark County officials. The proposed tower is designed to resemble back-to-back guitars with brightly lit strings and would feature floor-to-ceiling glass panes. Hard Rock attorney told county officials in the planning documents at that time that's what they plan on doing. So that's all they say about that. The
So-
rest of the story talks about what you did about Steve Wynn and Elaine Wynn and all that.
Wow. Okay. So
You must have seen that coming. Sorry, I couldn't resist that at least once.
So, do we happen to know off the top of our heads how tall the stratosphere is?
It's 117 stories, 110 stories, something like that.
600 feet would be approximately 60 stories.
Okay, so it's going to be half the height of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's tall. That's all I got to know.
Just
It's
like
tall.
you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll build on top of my head. The story's tall. All right. Speaking of building,
You have to be careful with him because he's a very sensitive guy. Every time you pat him on the back, his head swells up.
You're a goof.
it doesn't swell this way, John. You're an Evel Knievel fan?
I loved the movie with George Hamilton
Oh,
of
yeah, I
Evel
remember
Knievel.
that.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was so good. I hope they revive the movie or have the movie kind of on a loop in the new thing that they're
I
gonna
hope
do.
so. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah,
He was
George
the right
Hamilton,
guy to play that.
Evel Knievel. George Hamilton. Oh my God.
Which is the last person you expect to play Evel Knievel.
Especially when we
No.
know what came out about him later on in life, too.
Who?
could-
Evel Knievel?
No,
or-
no, George Hamilton.
What came out about him
Well,
later?
he
on?
was gay. He was homosexual.
Oh yeah, well we
But
knew
Evel
that.
Knievel
But
wasn't.
that doesn't mean
Well,
you can't
that-
ride a motorcycle.
That's right.
Actually,
It doesn't mean you can't drive a stick.
well, you can, but a whole different meaning. Gives a whole new meaning to Atari joysticks, for those of you old enough to remember those. But the Evel Knievel Museum is relocating, to a vacant building down near the Arts
You keep
District.
trying to get back on
I try. I'm failing very miserably right now, but that's okay.
This is all unscripted.
I know that. See, people don't believe that. The only thing I script are these damn articles that I read about. That's it. Let's see. Now, the construction of a 3,200 square foot SF Mission Linen Building in a press release located at 1001 South First Street. The vacant building is situated just north of Charleston and west of Casino Center Boulevard. The museum currently is located in Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, how fun!
No wonder why they're
gonna
moving
be
it
better
here.
here.
Exactly.
Because I have to tell you that really the movie depicts that whole time of him attempting to jump the fountains at Caesars.
Yes. Which he ended up with what, like 80 broken bones or
Oh
something
my
when
God!
he came down the ramp.
But
I remember watching
it
on Wide World of Sports. That's why I saw it happen. The
agony of defeat.
Along with the museum, the property is expected to include Las Vegas-based Mothership Coffee Roaster, heavy metal-themed pizza parlor. The project is expected to become Mothership's flagship retail location and primary roasting facility, described as Chuck E. Cheese meets the 80s metal is what they're talking about for that. So good luck with that. I've never seen
Nice.
Chuck E. Cheese on drugs. All right, I have two more stories, but we're going to go for our first break. Then we're going to get, Rona's going to do a full body scan. I mean, full reading. She's going to do full of something.
Gonna do its full spirit scan.
That's right.
That's what I'm doing.
You're watching Aaron's Hour. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hi, I'm John P.G. Stiles. Some people call me JPEG. You can probably guess why. I'm the founder and partner at WWDB TV. Does your business need a commercial, or do you already have one and you just want to get the message out there? Do you need a sizzle reel? Do you need an audition tape for a part that you're up for? Or have you ever thought about hosting your own show? Well, this is the place, WWDB TV.
Hey, welcome back. Aaron's Hour here. I got a couple more stories, but we're having too much fun during break. But I do want to remind you, folks, free show tickets, May 25th. Now, not everybody's exiting this town on Memorial Day weekend.
Right. Oh,
Coming
heck
in, it
no.
doesn't matter.
Can they text in or can they go in?
I
in
would
the
prefer
chat
that
room?
I would prefer that they call. That's
Okay.
always the challenge. First
All right.
caller.
Right.
702-992-3207. If you don't get your tickets today, I will try to give away some last minute tickets next week, but it's the day of the show. Come on, 4:00. It's an hour and a half, I think 90 minutes. By 5:30, you're out of there. You can go drinking the rest of the day.
You can
Break
start
it up.
drinking there.
You can start drinking there. Platforms in Bell Bottom, 70s theme production, featuring music from
Hey,
Fleetwood
there
Mac,
should be
Heart,
there
ABBA,
should
and
be a
more.
costume contest.
They do dress up in bell bottoms. They do dress the period.
Are you going to be there?
I am going, yes.
Maybe you should be the judge of the costume contest.
I don't
and
think
they-
they're having a costume
No, but
contest.
you can be.
Why don't you
informal.
go? What are you doing on the 25th?
Oh no, no,
You booked?
Yeah, I'm booked. But I'm
Oh,
thinking.
that's right. When I gave you the dates, you said I'm not available on the 25th. I forgot about that.
No, but what I'm thinking is you do an informal costume contest, and they get something modest like an Aaron Phillips pen.
And I
You
got
won.
thousands
Here's a
of them.
pen.
And I got thousands of them suckers.
Or anyone that wears bell bottoms or dresses gets a pen, and you
Well,
just hand them out to everybody. Thank you,
know
for
what?
tuning in.
I'll mention. There you go.
This is like guerrilla marketing.
Well, you got the ape shit guy right here.
Well, if I go, I'll win.
That's it.
And you don't even have to dress up.
Well, I'll tell you what.
See, you got it.
Come as you are. Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you get the tickets, or even if you're going to go and you already have tickets, stop up. I will take pens with me. Come say hello.
If you're dressed in the 70s,
but you got to wear bell bottoms
or
and
you're
an afro.
dressed in the 70s,
Big afro.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Jaybird jacket.
All right. Okay.
Change shirt, open it, a belly button.
But you gotta
Birkenstocks.
have hair that stick out of the shirt. If you have a clean chest, those button right. The guys had anyway.
No, that was the 80s.
Oh, that was it. I'm so mixed.
Gold chains, 80s.
Mr. T, thank you very much. All right. So Mona has offered, with all the upheaval in my life going on right now, for the first time ever, we've done some mini readings on
Yeah,
the show.
we've done
and
the
everything.
5 card, but I'm doing a whole
She's
spread.
doing a whole,
and
doing a whole
I'll be
spread.
able to point out
All
what
right.
I'm seeing in certain categories.
And John does have the overhead camera. Why don't you turn it on so people can see that we will be able to peek over Mona's shoulder during this. There you go.
Okay,
so I've
so-
even cleaned off my notebook and everything.
All right, so the very first thing what I want you to do
Yes.
is draw me 5 cards and make them a little pile, leave them face
Left-handed,
down.
right?
Left hand.
5
Yes.
over here.
Yeah.
All right. Take this one,
I want you to.
this one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take the one right off the top. There you go.
Perfect. Okay, so wait, you're not done doing.
Okay.
You're not done with card aerobics.
Why did we
Well-
lose? Oh, for the light. I'm like,
Okay,
where'd the lights go?
so now
Card aerobics.
card aerobics. I want you to take both hands and at about this speed,
Okay.
just mix up the deck.
Okay.
And I want you to think about what's the most important thing you need to know, or maybe some questions, or maybe there's a reason that we're doing the cards today, and I might inform you of something that could be exciting and fabulous about to happen for you. Perfect. And I'm going to be quiet for a sec while I concentrate on you. Okay. So when I'm doing a full reading for someone, this is what the experience is like in person,
Mhm.
where you're touching the cards, and we have this nice quiet little visit together.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm doing the reading either over Zoom or over the phone, then I do the first 5 cards myself for you, and then I
Mhm.
mix up the spread like you saw me a minute ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then I cut the deck. But since you're here with your left hand, I want you to cut the deck once, one clean cut. Perfect.
That felt like there was like actually half the deck.
Yeah, it was very cool. So you're doing. This is interesting because this is saying that I'm sorry, I'm kind of laughing.
She's laughing on it because she already knows what the story is.
Well, it's saying your wife is dictating we're moving, because that's her right here.
which
and
one?
This one right here. I actually think your wife might have been the Mother Superior in a Catholic church in a former life. That she had the right way, the wrong way, her way, Spirit's way. That it's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and it's my way. I'm just saying, and that's not a bad thing. It's because she's always had your butt. She's always covered your rear end to make sure everything's okay for you. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Now, the base of your reading is your ability to tell people the truth without upsetting them.
Okay.
And you have this is a minor version of this card up here. And I'll get to that in a minute. But here's your first 5 cards. The news to move initially was kind of shocking for you,
Mhm.
because you really had thought Las Vegas was going to be your home and this was the place you were going to stay. So it took you a few minutes to actually absorb the idea that the move was going to happen. But initially it felt kind of unfair to you because there was an awful lot of moving parts you had to settle in order to make the move happen. However, the more you're thinking about it, the more freedom it's actually creating for you, because now you'll be able to still do Aaron's hour, no matter where you are because of how you're setting things up. So it's actually creating more freedom for you. I don't know who this younger man is around you, but he's more upset about you moving than you are. Do you recognize him?
There isn't anybody that I'm currently aware of that is responding in that capacity.
Okay, then if it's not a younger man, it might be your initial reaction to the fact that all of this is happening very fast.
Okay.
And that I got to tell you that the more you lean into the disruption, the happier you're going to be. Okay. So these 4 first cards literally mean it was a surprise to you and it took you a bit to actually navigate it. And there was some real upsetness in you because of it. But now you're kind of warming up to the idea. That's what
Okay.
this says. Now, the big card in these first 5 cards is a card called Change. This is,
Shocker.
it's the luckiest card in the deck. So if the card was like this, I would actually be saying you're going to hate it when you get there. But happily, it's not that way. It's in this lucky turn of events for you that literally means when you get there, you won't be able to see how much better it is until you get there. So, but it's the luckiest card in the deck. It's coincidence happening for your benefit, that the spotlight still finds you no matter where you are. And all of this learning curve that you've had to adjust to is actually going to work in your benefit. It just wasn't on your timing initially. I'll just say it like that. Okay. So here in your karmic cards, so these are your first 5 cards. So if we had only drawn these first 5 cards, I would have told you exactly what I told you first. These are your karmic cards. So it's saying traveling leads to loving your work. So if this card was like this, I'd be like, but it's not. It's saying that the traveling, even though, again, it caught you a little bit by the short hairs, it's saying that you're actually going to be happier once you move. This is an offer being presented to you, and this is you still staying in the spotlight. So nothing happens that's bad. If anything, there's more good that happens. As a matter of fact, and this just flashed with me, so I'm just going to throw it at you. I wonder if there is going to be a very high-end real estate agent that's a man that you connect with. He's right here. There's that you decide that your entire program about the best benefits of Virginia Beach would be sponsored by this real estate agent. And this real estate agent is, most of his homes are 7 figures and above, and that you become the personality of the best of Virginia Beach, but he sponsors it. Do you already know him?
Possibly.
Okay, because the way you can bring it up to him is this. So I have to tell you, before I left Las Vegas, I did one of my final shows broadcasted live from WWDB TV in Las Vegas. And the psychic on the show said there was a man that was going to be very important to me and align with the idea that it would be fantastic if I was sponsored by a very high-end, very exclusive, great reputation real estate agent. Okay. So what's interesting here is that as soon as that happens, what happens for you is it takes the burden of the ongoing vibration of your show. It takes it off your shoulders financially, because this person turns around and says, hey, I want you to help me create my little black book for this area. But all real estate interests, I'd like you to sponsor me for. So now he becomes the one and only sponsor of your show. So then there's this card here that talks about how much more creative you're going to be. Now, what's interesting about that is that's the artist, the singer, the writer, the performer, the voice actor, the presenter. Okay. So what it's saying here is, hey, John, I can't concentrate.
Just whisper.
I can't concentrate. Thanks. So John is yakking with someone fabulous.
I know who it
phone.
is.
Okay.
Nicole Vegas, who's watching. Hi,
Okay.
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Okay. So, but what it literally says here is that your creative energy comes out even higher, and that it's a big leap of trust because this was a surprise. And
The
even
move you're talking about? is a
everything,
surprise?
yeah.
Everything around it.
everything around it was a surprise. All right. So this is a big leap in, thanks, John. This is a big leap in a new direction based totally on trust.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what's interesting is everything starts to move forward for you again in July, according to this card. So these are your karmic cards that there's an offer or money coming that actually allows you to love your work. These cards say that you're going to land on your feet, and that targeting July for the sort of seamless transition of
Mhm.
Aaron's Hour to basically a different venue, but still on WWDB TV is going to be fantastic. All right. Now, these cards, this is a card called Guilt
Mhm.
reversed. So
Mhm.
it's the card going into your reading. This is the card called the Dream upright. So you're looking at this shift as in a very real way. So you're actually doing more than you need to do in order to make this transition transparent and seamless. But I actually like that you're doing that, because even though it was, again, I keep getting the feeling of baseball,
Mhm.
curveball thrown at you.
Mhm.
It's like, well, you got the mitt and you're catching it. All
Mhm.
right. These are very, very powerful cards, because all you would need to do, and I keep getting a real estate agent, that you reach out to a very, very high end exclusive real estate agent, and you say, look, I want to give you the first opportunity to sponsor Aaron's Hour, and you can watch any of the episodes online at WWDB TV. But I actually want to bring the best of Virginia Beach
Mhm.
here, as well as still news
Sure.
from Las Vegas,
Mhm.
because,
Mhm.
this is where you're from. So, but it literally says you're getting out of an uncomfortable or trapped situation, and that the money situation for you improves dramatically when you move. So this is you bringing harmony to chaos. This is you following the discipline that your wife has actually presented to you. This is saying that the next 3 months are going to be interesting, with the next 3 weeks being the most disruptive. All right. Literally. Okay. So then if we go up here to these cards, so this is health, love, success, prosperity. So in your health category, it's talking about you're going to recommit yourself to your own healthy ways. You may have strayed from your former workouts and discipline, and you're getting back into that now, according to this. So your vibrancy is about to improve in a big way. In your love category is the best card in the deck. Now it's reversed, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. So in traditional tarot, this card is called the World. It's the best card in the deck. When it's reversed, it means that there's this final little step or thing that needs to happen for it to automatically turn up right.
Mhm.
And because it's in your love category, it is moving. So that's the piece. And as soon as it's like she never asked for anything big again after the move. It's like, okay, that's your last golden ticket, man.
Right.
That's it. All right.
Covers all birthdays, Mother's Days, Hanukkahs for the rest of our lives. I got you.
Okay. So success and prosperity. So in your success category is the Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card is, okay, if it was in any other place, it would be an attraction to somebody that was very compelling or even lustful. All right.
Mhm.
In other words, as soon as you met this person, you're like, oh my God, everything about this person is amazing. I want this person. So the challenge of the Lover's card is that you have to get past the first impression and vet them. See, I believe that the best way to get the Lover's card is reversed.
Okay.
Because you're vetting them first. So I can say it like this. When you get the Lover's card upright, you sleep with them first, you ask questions later. All right. If you get it reversed, it's you ask questions first and sleep with them later. But then because you're asking the questions first, you're loving them for all the right reason. But in both cases, the attraction to the person is immediate. So let's say you do hook in with this real estate agent guy that I'm
Mhm.
seeing here,
Mhm.
and he seems all gung-ho about the idea. And you say, I will help you do my first program with you for free,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And it's complimentary to
Sure.
show you what I can
Mhm.
do. But then he doesn't get any more mojo from you until he sponsors the program. You see what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, I have no problem showcasing you, but moving forward, I want you to have an idea of what I do, but moving forward, then it would be sponsored for a modest amount every week. All right. And you would be the premier. We could actually say brought to you by ABC Realty. All right.
Okay.
Then in your prosperity category is a card called Ordinariness. Now, it looks like a bland little card of a guy walking through a meadow, but it is actually the expert card. Now, I got a little side. So when I was in 10th grade math, my my math instructor said, "Do you know what the definition of an expert is?" Right? And we're all like, "No," because we're all stupid 10th graders. He goes, "Well, you know," it was beginning algebra.
Right.
An X is an undeterminable amount, and a PERT is a drip under pressure, or anyone from out of town. I thought that was hysterical, even at 10th grade. So I was like his favorite the whole rest of the year,
Right.
because I thought the joke was really funny. But what it's saying is that you become so good at what you do that people start to turn to you as an expert. So I wonder if once you get to Virginia Beach, that you might start doing little interviews with people that would be their video signature for any business.
Okay.
So that you might start video signatures hosted by Aaron Phillips. You see what I'm saying? So there will be other things and so for a modest amount, say $250, you would record a 1 or 2 minute little interview with them, because that's all the people have attention for a
Right.
video signature. And you would basically ask all the key questions of that kind of an interview, and that would be their video signature. And you would also offer that maybe on your website, those video signatures might be available to them at any point, so they could always copy the link or something like that.
Okay.
But it also would be the best of to promote your voice talent.
Sure.
Okay. Because it could be audio or video.
And/or video, right.
Right. Okay. So then the cards crowning you. This last year, while you've still been putting your fabulous golden voice out there and all of this wonderful thing that you do, it still feels a little stuck. So the hope of you hitting the home run, there's that baseball thing again, over this last year hasn't happened the way you wanted it to. But what's interesting is I think that the new location might end up happening, making that happen for you.
Okay.
So there's this card here, which talks about you're amazing at explaining complicated things to people without upsetting them or pissing them off. And then we've got this card that talks about a feeling of joy and celebration, even though going into these changes have been scary for you. They've
Sure.
been uncomfortable for you. So there's been some trepidation about what you're going to do moving forward. However, what it's saying is that as soon as we're there, it's almost as if, we get there, we set the house up, we get the studio set up, and as soon as we're there, it really feels like a shift. And so there will be people around you that actually will help you or educate you at a much higher level. You're not sleeping very well now because you're worried about all the little details. And this is saying here that there's just a little bit of fear. And I'm telling you, you have nothing to be afraid of, according to these cards here and this one right here. There's a lucky turn of events by you being in a new place. And when you say, I hosted a very popular show based out of Las Vegas, and I'd like to bring this same showcase to Virginia Beach, and I would like you to have the opportunity to be my first sponsor. So you're going to frame it like that. And what's going to happen is that this man is going to see the value in it. So it could be that this man not only is a very high up there real estate guy, but he could also be developing his own community, his own housing community, like a KB Homes or a who are the other ones? Toll Brothers.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is hooking up with this guy leads you to a lot of other things. Like he could introduce you. Well, my wife owns a series of beauty salons. Can we also advertise her on there? Absolutely. So what's going to happen is I think that you become a bit of an influencer for Virginia Beach. So there's a shift that happens. These are wonderful cards. What questions do you have for me?
We're going to go to break first, and then I will give you my reaction and questions to what you've shared with me.
Thanks, you guys.
I'm in awe. We'll be right back.
Aw.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, and I've been on a lot of shows. Believe me, but the best one by far is Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. This guy is so amazing. What a great interviewer, and you can catch him every Saturday from 12 to 1. 12 to 1. It's a tremendous show. You know why? I was on it, and the ratings went through the roof. Check it out on WWDB TV. That's WWDB TV. It's here.
Hi, this is Brian Hoffman coming to you from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, inviting you to join Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips every Saturday afternoon from 12 to 1. That's Pacific time, good old Las Vegas time. Visit them on www.dbtv.com and join in all the fun also on Facebook as well with Aaron Phillips, and have a blast. We look forward to seeing you every Saturday from
Into that area.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Aaron Phillips sitting here with Mystic Mona. She just did my full reading. God, it's scary good. Holy crap. Every time, even on the mini readings, I was just saying to Mona during the break, because she's been on more. You're like the one guest I've had that's come on the most.
Oh, you mean like Steve Martin on Saturday Night Live?
Exactly.
Yeah,
There
okay.
you go. So
Who, by the way, is my fave.
And by the
Yeah.
way, part of having you on here, and it came afterwards, our friend Jennifer.
Yes.
She's going to be in town June 6th through like June 25th anyway. And hopefully she'll get to see you for a full reading. She's messaged me, says, you're going to be able to have Mystic Mona on before your last show in town. I'm like, you know what? I've already reached out to her.
That is so sweet.
So
Thank
you've
you.
got a big fan and why. So, all right, as always, and I'm sitting here as you're saying everything, biting my tongue. And you looked at me a number of times, and you must have seen my lips were like, I wanted to just say stuff as you said. And folks, you've got to believe me, nothing was shared with Mona before we went on the air about anything other than the fact I confirmed the rumor for her that I am moving out of town. All right. So first of all, the first thing that popped in mind, you shared the story about my wife about maybe being a nun in a previous life.
Yeah. No, Mother Superior.
Mother Superior.
Yeah, not
but
just
either
a
way.
nun.
But
yeah.
So I met my wife Halloween weekend 36 years ago, 37 years ago, 89, whatever the math adds up to.
Math is hard.
And I have a degree in it. That's why I teach English.
Oh, you liked my expert joke.
I did, yes. That's why I got it. I loved it. So that following weekend we met, we went to a Halloween party.
Yeah.
As a Yankee fan that I am, I dressed as a Met.
Yeah.
Because my wife kind of likes the Mets.
Yeah.
You know what she was dressed as?
What?
Jewish nun. She was dressed as a nun. So when you said that, my mind just, because now obviously Mother Superior and whatnot, but the fact that she was dressed as a nun the
Close
week
enough.
after, exactly. The fact that she was dressed as a nun and you used that vernacular.
Yeah.
The week after we met in Connecticut and we went to a party in our hometown.
Well, I mean, you could look at the picture of the card.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You see the
Yeah.
picture? That's
Yeah.
the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that one. Sleep, which is the sleep one.
Right here.
Okay. I've been sleeping like crap
Yeah.
for more time right now than I care to shake a
Right.
stick at.
Right.
Yes, because of everything that you shared.
Right.
Okay?
Right. You're the king of details, so this is really
Absolutely.
driving
Well,
you nuts.
and that's part of my
Yeah.
math background. I mean, I need the formality of
Yeah.
everything. Let's talk about Virginia Beach.
Yes.
So it's not going to make sense after a while that Aaron's Hour is only going to focus on Vegas. It can't.
Yeah. Right.
Because obviously I'm going to not be in studio.
right.
And I'm going to be in Virginia Beach. And about 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation with this gentleman here across from
The
us.
fabulous John.
And I said, eventually Aaron's Hour is going to have to become a what's happening in Virginia Beach kind of show.
Right. Right.
Exactly. And there'll be a mix of still here and there because I'm still going to be showing here in Vegas.
Okay. Oh, wait. Pin
Go ahead.
that for a second, because here's what I wonder.
Okay.
Is I wonder if you actually connect with two real estate agents, one in Virginia Beach and one in Las Vegas, and you actually allow those two real estate agents to share clients that want to have a vacation home in either place.
So along that line, she gets deeper and deeper every time she says something. We are going to enjoy our time in Virginia Beach for
Whatever time
however
that
long.
is. Yeah.
But shortly after we get there, within a couple of years, once we get settled and
Yeah.
everything, my dad still lives here in Vegas.
Right.
I'll have to come back and visit as often as I
and
can.
do your program when you're here.
Come in studio. But my wife and I were also talking about purchasing a small little property to come back to here, hence needing a real estate agent back here.
Right.
So that's why when you just said possibly 2, and then I can make a connection, that's what I
And
just
they
thought
can
about.
both sponsor the show.
And they can both sponsor the show.
Right. Are you looking for a vacation getaway in Las Vegas? Call me. If you're looking for your dream home or your snowbirds, call me in Virginia Beach. I mean, it's like you could have, matter of fact, I think that the person here will be a lady and the person in Virginia Beach will be a man.
Okay.
Sandy Castell.
Tell me about this card again.
So this is your ability you're facing the truth of the situation right
Okay.
now. And that you're also your ability to explain the truth to people without pissing them off.
My truth being why I'm moving.
Well,
Or just-
just in general. So
Okay.
if you had to explain anything in detail, like telling people not to interrupt you when you're doing your program. You could do it in a way that doesn't
Sure.
offend.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Right.
then we'd lose viewers.
Right, exactly. That would be no fun. The reason
Can you
I'm
imagine 2 Virgos doing this?
Are you a Virgo?
no.
No.
Oh my God. Hold on. Because it seems like the people that are the closest to me in Las Vegas are freaking Virgos.
I'm a Cancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
But the reason I drew to this
You know,
card,
you use humor to diffuse situations.
I know I do.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
I
a
do,
Cancer
that's why I
trait.
do what I do.
And you're a natural leader.
That's what the horoscope claims. I'm
But
just
no,
kidding.
You
I
don't
know.
like to be everybody's dad, but you're a natural leader.
Right. And I wear my emotions on my sleeve.
I love you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So I was obviously drawn to that card because of this word.
Yeah. Inner
Um,
voice.
Well, what's my moniker?
Yes.
The voice.
The
right?
voice. Yes.
You talk about the uphill. I want to go back to what you said at the beginning about being informed that we're moving.
Yeah.
right? So reality is that my wife and I have talked about as she gets closer to retirement, and we didn't know what was going to really happen this year. But when the handwriting got on the wall about halfway through the school year, my wife kept coming home saying, I've had enough. I'm retiring this year.
Yeah.
So I said this, I did say this before I went on the air when we were talking about the move, when you were
Yeah.
confirming the rumor, that when I drove here 27 years ago, and my mom and dad came out here, unfortunately, I lost my mom 24 years ago out here, but my dad is still here,
Yeah.
you know. And I said to my wife at that time, they're gonna have to bury me somewhere in Vegas. I'm not doing that drive back to the East Coast.
Yikes.
Okay. Now, when our daughters graduated high school, went off to college, and they had no interest of coming back to Las Vegas, because this town's not for them. This town is not their lifestyle. Okay.
Well, okay. If you're raised on the East Coast, there's an East Coast vibe.
But they were only 3 years old when we moved here.
Oh, that doesn't count. then.
So they were,
Okay.
they were still very little. But the town of the strip and the dancing and the drinking and
We're all strippers and showgirls.
we're- some of us go full Monte more than others.
Oh, we're back to that.
That's well, full circle. My shows go full,
You know,
full
there's
circle.
a show behind Nordstrom's on Industrial called The Puppetry of the Penis.
Yeah.
No strings attached, though.
No, I actually think there would
No,
probably
I-
be strings attached. I mean, anyway, I'm sorry.
No. That's okay.
You made me flash on that.
Well, that's
But it is one of those secret things to investigate in Las Vegas. For those of you that want to,
Jennifer, put that on your to-do list when you come into town.
it's like a bucket list.
Oh. Now I know where to take Val's mom for dinner.
Funny thing is, you probably enjoy it. That's the funny thing.
That's
No,
so
so the upheaval, thinking of moving, we had talked
Yes.
about what we were going to do. And we had kind of talked about, do we want to go back east because of our daughters and the family that's there?
Right.
And we knew we didn't want to go back to New Jersey.
Well, are there grandbabies?
No.
Oh, well, there will
There
be.
better not be.
Well, there will be grandbabies.
When?
And well, not for a while. But
Okay, good.
but once there are grandbabies, they're going to be your anchor babies to
Okay.
stay. I'm
Well,
just saying.
My daughter who lives in Norfolk,
Yes.
which is about 20 minutes
Yeah.
from Virginia Beach. She's dating a guy, nice guy, and they're doing great. Who knows for them? My other daughter, she got a wild life, like I said, because of Broadway. And dating for her right now is
Yeah,
kind of
no.
difficult.
But
But
I get
there aren't any right now.
I get grandbabies within the next 4 years.
God, wait till I tell Eileen that when I get home. Anyway,
Well,
so
she might have already seen it.
no, she ain't watching. You know what? In all the years I've been on the air, I
Okay.
can probably count the number of shows.
Okay, so
Anyway.
this card here,
Patience.
Yeah, but it also represents pregnancy. So it could be that the reason that you guys know that that's where you're supposed to be is because one of your daughters ends up having a baby, and she will do it in all the right order. So it's not like one of these turkey baster pregnancies. It's going to be it's going to be the usual. I'm going to meet the guy. I'm going to like the guy.
right.
I'm going to date
Oh
the
no,
guy.
she's.
I'm going to
oh,
engage the guy.
Yep.
Then I'm going to marry the guy, and
Yep.
then I'm going to get a house, and then I'm going to get pregnant.
Right.
I mean,
And
that's your
she's-
daughter.
Yeah. Oh,
Very
absolutely.
pragmatic.
She makes me look like a child. When
Is
it
she
comes to
also
that
a
stuff.
Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo?
She's born August 10th. What is the sign?
Oh,
for that?
Leo. Oh, she's got very willful.
Oh,
Bless her heart.
she started dating, and guys stopped dating her because of how strong her personality
Well,
was.
but okay.
But that's okay. I'm
That's
okay with that.
okay. Yeah.
So
She's going to be an amazing mom.
yeah, she's very.
Besides
nurturing.
having a really cool career, but she's going to be an amazing mom.
She likes what she does at Old Dominion right now.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
her career's fine. She's
Yeah, she
whatever
loves what
she's
she
doing.
does.
Yeah, but this kid.
Tell me about the boyfriend. No, I'm only kidding.
Actually, I like the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I
Are
like the
Are
boyfriend.
they going to be?
It's going to be the long game, though. He can't be rushed.
Oh, they've only been together about 8 months.
Well, for him, that's like 4 years by any other
years?
terms.
Like dog years?
Dog years. Well, no, think about it. People, and I'm switching subjects on
That's
you,
correct.
but people that work in Vegas, if you work a place for 6 months and you apply to another job, the other HR person equates that to 2 years.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you've stuck it out for 6
Right.
months. So
Right.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So anyway, now it's interesting about the financing and jobs and opportunities.
yeah.
I went back east in March, beginning of April, to host a golf tournament in Orlando.
Oh, cool.
I did the same thing out here for the same person a handful of times before she moved to Florida 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I got out there. I met some former baseball players at this event, made
Oh,
some
that
really
was
great
fun.
connections. So the person who runs the golf events, she calls me always part of her team. She's very happy I was able to get out there. She took care of everything for me, even put money in my pocket. She introduced me to a gentleman that she is planning another golf event in September. But by that point, I will already be back east.
Nice.
And I made contact with somebody else who does events as well. So one of the things that I do anticipate to happen a lot more
Mhm.
is to be able to travel on the East Coast 2.5 hours instead of a 48-hour
Oh, right.
turnaround
Sure,
with
sure.
4 plane rides.
Right.
So I see that happening. So when you mentioned that was the thing that popped into my head, was that connection.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The thought about moving, is it scary? Yeah, because I'm not one that likes change. I like
You're a
familiarity.
Cancer, man.
Right.
You're a Cancer.
I like my routine.
You like your home.
I like my
Oh,
stuff.
my.
I like to stay
My
settled.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
you mentioned about the upheaval right now. We're about 22 days away from the truck coming on the 11th between 8 and 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes, our house is probably 98% packed right now.
Yeah.
And we are going. I am anal retentive about everything. So all the detail and words and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
you talked about, that is in my nature anyway. So
And you are purging a shit ton of stuff.
oh, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Clothes and office stuff and hats. And I told my wife when we started the packing process like a month and a half ago, let's just be like rebels. If we haven't touched it, like we're 2 people. Why I have 3 dozen glasses in my cabinet, I have no idea. Why I have 2 dozen water bottles in my house,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have no
The
idea.
amount of plastic that ends up in your cupboard.
So yes, we have been doing that. We're making a lot of donations. Someone through my wife's school has
Yeah.
a nonprofit. So
Yeah.
we've been giving her all the
Nice.
So once again, I'm going to let everybody know that even in the mini readings, you've been 100% spot on. Full time, the first time that we've done the full reading.
Right.
And your streak continues in my mind.
Oh,
that
it's
everything.
sweet of you to
And I'm
say.
sitting here saying, God, I want to respond to this. I wanted to tell the story about my wife dressed as a nun for Halloween when you brought that up. And I'm like, well, bite the tongue. I want to take notes on things, but I didn't want to write anything down.
We were a bit limited on time doing this today, but
And
when
Jennifer wanted to call in for a mini, but we're going to run out of time.
that's fine. But when I do a reading for someone over the phone, I'll do that whole general
Yes.
spread. And on a 30-minute session, I'm going to cover that in about 15 minutes.
Right.
And then we spend the rest of our time together collaborating with why these cards came up the way they did.
Gotcha.
And there are some people that as soon as I bring up a subject, they stop me and go, that's why I'm calling. I just want to talk about that. So so sometimes we don't even get through the whole
Right.
rest of the cards because the thing that I usually address first is the most important thing in the reading.
You asked me to focus as I was mixing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Tell you the two things that popped in my mind. Number one, obviously we're taking a financial hit to move out there. It's
Right.
costing a lot of money.
It'll be okay.
Will we financially be
You're
okay?
going to be fine.
And then the other one is what will happen to my career. Those are the two things you, as I was mixing, were exactly the two things that I talked about. And that's everything you brought out.
Thank you, Aaron.
Jennifer, when you get into town, I'm sorry, John. He doesn't like when I do that. Jennifer, when you get into town, you got plenty of time. You have to set a full reading with Mona for yourself.
That would be awesome.
Quickly, show 3. What's it about? We didn't even get to that. Your
Oh,
show,
so-
real quickly,
so
before John yells at us.
There's this wonderful program that I have with 2 amazing readers, and it's called 3. And it's broadcasted live here on WWDB TV. And it's where someone calls in and they ask a specific question, and then the answer is addressed by an astrologer,
Mhm.
a clairvoyant medium, and me,
Oh.
Intuitive Tarot. So you get a 3-dimensional answer to your one specific question. And so people that would like to actually be on the program live, we tape the programs all in one day, but you're actually live on the air. We don't know your question.
Mhm.
The only thing we know is your birth date, birthplace, birth time, because our astrologer prints out your charts. And so when you ask the question, she's looking at your charts to tell you what she sees in relation to the question. And then that's Chris.
Mhm.
And then Rainey is our clairvoyant medium. And she actually takes messages from the other side, spirits that might be around you, impressions that she gets that just come out of the blue to her. And then the last part of the question is addressed by me, your intuitive tarot consultant.
Mhm.
And basically I answer the question. So the first broadcast, which has already had over 500 views,
Nice.
and it's been up less than a week, is available out there on YouTube.
Okay.
And it will be on the WWDB TV website here pretty soon.
It is.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
And
It
will
is
obviously
on
be
the
on Roku, too.
WWDB TV website and on
And
Roku.
Probably by Monday.
And Roku by Monday. And this is the week, this is May 18th right now, 2024. So by Monday, you'll be able to see it on Roku, but you can actually download it right now off the WWDB TV website. And
Coming Tuesday.
coming Tuesday is our next
the next
episode. So
All right.
it's pretty exciting. And I have to tell you, I'm incredibly grateful to John with WWDB TV for seeing the vision and the idea of this
Mhm.
program. And then also to Chris Gray, our astrologer, to Rainy Day,
Mhm.
our clairvoyant medium,
Love that name.
and myself for them kind of agreeing with me that it actually could be a pretty good show.
Absolutely.
It's an incredible team.
Well,
The energy in this room
Oh,
almost
sure.
blows the doors and windows out.
I-
I've had to replace them twice.
John,
I-
methinks that I exaggerates.
I don't know
I
the
know, it's only once.
I don't know the other ladies.
Oh,
Obviously,
they're wonderful.
But obviously, I know you well. That I'm just going to tell everybody out there. I'm going to personally endorse this show, if for no other reason, because of Mona and what she does here on the show. And anybody that's ever had a reading with Mona, you know that the show is going to be good. So check it out Tuesdays on all the
That's very
sites
sweet
that
of
are
you.
out there.
Thank you.
We're out of time. So we'll say goodbye.
Hopefully not forever.
No, definitely will not be forever. Next week, the 25th, I have no idea who's going to be on my show next week. It is my last one here in studio before I go
It's a
on
mystery.
hiatus. July 11th, though, mark your calendars. That is my target date to be
Woo!
back on the air from Virginia Beach. Thank you for watching. As always, be happy, be safe, be wealthy, and always be kind to everybody. Why? Because we are all we have. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Aaron Zauer, Aaron Phillips, and Mystic Mona. Take
Thank
care.